What are the best 10 SummerSlam matches of all time? You're about to find out my opinion along with NXT as we count down from 10 to 1, the best SummerSlam matches of all time. And better than that, we're going to score them as well. 10th place is going to get 1 point, 9th place is going to get 2 points, so forth until number 1 will get the full 10 points. We'll add the scores at the end and we'll give you a definitive top 3. And of course, that's when you can get involved at the end of the video and you can say, yes, you agree with us, or no, you disagree. And more importantly, you let us know your top 10 SummerSlam matches in the comments below. NXT, there is so many great matches in SummerSlam history. This has been so difficult to put together. I have about 20 honorable mentions. This one is going to be a difficult one.
Yeah, I mean, just in general, just looking at matches that have happened at SummerSlam, there's like top 50 lists, and I'm like, how am I expected to pick 10? But look, there's an asterisk next to my list, all right? It's my list, okay? So whatever I pick, tough. I picked it. I think it's one of the best SummerSlam matches ever.
And that's what it matters. It's down to personal choice, personal flavor here. And that's exactly what I've gone with as well. And we're going to see how much we match on this particular video, starting with number 10. 3, 2, 1. Wow. Okay. I love it. I know immediately you went to the fence at the start of the video.
Told you. It's my list. Look, for me as a kid, this is what because I obviously missed this. This is 88. This is like, I missed this whole match in general because I didn't really get into it till like 1991. But when you go to Blockbuster's video store and you rent SummerSlam 1998 and you see the return pop that Warrior gets against the Honky Tonk Man, my God, one of the best pops I've seen in SummerSlam history ever. I absolutely love it. I know it's a dud match. I know it's a squash. But hell, I'm an Ultimate Warrior fan, and I absolutely love this.
Do you know what? I actually love this as well. I got a video when I was a child. The VHS days, don't knock me for being old. And this match was on the best SummerSlam matches. And it was one of the few SummerSlam matches you got in full because it was so short. And I was really ecstatic to see the Warrior defeat because I wasn't a fan of Honky Tonk as a kid. I didn't appreciate him at all. And yeah, I mean, the Warrior squashing in 30 seconds for me was quite a joyous moment. So look, I know you're a massive Warrior fan. I totally get it. And like you said, this is what I love about it because it makes it so personal. For me, Fatal 4-Way, main event of SummerSlam 2017, Brock, Braun, Joe, Roman. Look, it's meat throwing meat around, big meaty boys, and it is basically absolute carnage from start to finish. It's like monster trucks colliding. It's just awesome. Table spots and just throwing people around. It's just a brilliant time in SummerSlam, and one of those matches where I think in modern wrestling, you get used to seeing smaller guys get to the top, but this was just truly about the old school heavyweights all being thrown in, but then all just being able to be awesome as well in the match and just do stuff that you see today anyway.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, isn't that the promo where Samoa Joe, there's a promo before where Samoa Joe is telling Braun to look at me when I'm talking to you. I think that's the right build for it. But yeah, just digress, the four of them together, it's just absolutely crazy. It doesn't make my list. Look, let's forget honorable mentions because like I said, there's about 30 honorable mentions you can go here, but it's not on my list. But I do know it's a fantastic match.
Absolutely. Let's move on to number 9. 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Look, I like it. Like, again, ignore me for the first couple of answers because they're my personal favorite matches that I love. Yours is a correct answer, but look, first ever Universal title match, Finn Balor, the clues in the name, NXT, Balor coming up from NXT, being the guy to win the title. I know he holds it for a day, but it's a day because he gives it up the next day, but it was the right decision. It was great booking, and as a pure fanboy, absolutely loved this.
And he beat the first ever NXT champion as well. So, I mean, like, that's a clues in the name. And it's a great match. It's one of the stand-up moments of 2016 SummerSlam. So, totally agree with your choice with that match there. But for me, Daniel Bryan versus John Cena 2013, just I couldn't believe when watching this that Daniel Bryan won the match clean. It was a fantastic match against Cena as well from start to finish. The main event of the show, or technically so you thought was main event of the show. Triple H special guest referee. Yes, probably cheating a little bit by adding the twist at the end, the fact that Bryan actually wins the title but loses it immediately with the cash in from Randy Orton and starts arguably one of the greatest underdog stories of all time. But yeah, I mean, it's a really good showing from Bryan Cena here, and just I don't know, it's one of those things where you see this match being given to us, and as much as I've always wanted to see Daniel Bryan win the title, a part of me in that time just always thought that we won't actually win it. So to have that surprise factor in there as well just made it all that more special for me.
Yeah, look, you're not going to get any arguments from me. I think still one of the greatest underdog stories. Daniel Bryan winning it, and like I said before in the other video that we've done for pay-per-views, that I think it's one of the best underdog stories, and the build to that WrestleMania is fantastic. And I've even said in our previous top 10 videos of WrestleMania matches that I'm pretty sure I have Daniel Bryan in there winning the title at WrestleMania. That is one of my favorites. Yeah, you'll get no complaints from me. It's a great answer.
Absolutely. Let's see though as we move on to number 8. 3, 2, 1. Yes. Love your choice.
Look, again, this is the last of the fanboy entries, honestly. Like, this is like my first 3. They're all purely matches that I love. Don't get me wrong, I love the rest of the matches, but these are the ones that I'm like, that these are my matches. These are my matches that I loved. Christian versus Randy Orton, the no holds barred match. Christian being world heavyweight champion is something I thought I'd never see. And then just like the relationship he had with Edge and Randy Orton at the time, and the how it finishes, and the match itself is just quality, and I'm just a pure fanboy for it. I absolutely love this match.
The chemistry those two had together in 2011 was just
100%
brilliant. I mean, every match they had was fantastic. I would not have argued had we got one more match. So I'm just going to leave that there. But yeah, fantastic choice. I don't blame you for putting the top 10 whatsoever. In fact, we did a watch along for that match in particular on the channel when we had a great time watching it as well. So if it's one you want to go and check out, make sure to go and look in the channel. You can do it. In fact, I would even pin it at the end of this video for you. But for me, my number 8 is a recent one for you, 2022, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, last man standing match in Nashville, Tennessee at SummerSlam 2022. Look, WWE did this match about at least 10 times, and most of the time when it main evented, people were booing it out of the building or leaving early. This, though, was everything that we ever needed it to be. There's a bloody tractor in the match. The ring is tilted. There's just all sorts going on. It's just a fun, wacky time, and something you just didn't expect to see. And arguably, I mean, it's Triple H's first booked PLE as well, when it's just creative from top to bottom. And of course, the way that obviously it takes the bloodline to put Brock down and finally finish this off this last time. It's just truly breathtaking. I think that's the thing. You watch this match and you're in awe. And I remember just reviewing this show with you and just being like, I can't get over that main event. And the fact that it's had such a lasting effect on me, it has to be in the top 10.
Do you know what? It's very few times I'll say this, but it's one of the few times that I love a Brock Lesnar Roman Reigns match, because I just think, yeah, like you said, it just blows every other one out of the water. Just everything, like you said, they use farming equipment and absolutely destroy the ring. And that image of Roman Reigns just rolling backwards out of the ring as the ring is tilted up, man. It's just like there's so many iconic things from that. Like even in the build-up, I know people like to clip the promo of Brock standing on a tractor and throwing the microphone, and Roman catches it without even moving. And there's loads of stuff that just you can call back to that match or in or around that time period. For me, it's great. I absolutely love the match.
Super. Yeah, has to be in the top 10. But what's going to be number 7? 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Nice.
See, you went the long way with your answer, wrote out every single team. I'd have just wrote TLC. But yeah, look, love your choice. But look, this is one of the best technical wrestling matches we've ever seen at a SummerSlam. And the finish to this alone is such a clever and well-booked finish that you can't really argue with perfection. And obviously, I think this was Brett's first championship as well, and his rise to that point as well. It's just a great story in general, and how he then goes on to become this main event player off of winning this IC title against Mr. Perfect.
Absolutely solidified him as a singles guy who'd been in the Hart Foundation, obviously for his career before this point. And yeah, like you say, it's a technical masterclass, and might not be the last time that one's featured in this video. Keep an eye out for that
Wouldn't
one.
be surprised.
But yeah, a lot of handwriting. Could have just wrote TLC one, but you know what? I'm giving those teams the proper respect. I mean, three of my favorite tag teams of all time, and yeah, I mean TLC. Just the idea of before we'd had the ladder matches, but to have TLC for the first time, my jaw hit the ground when Bubba Ray went flying off the top of the ladder through 4 tables. It's an incredible spectacle, and it's a trial, but it's something that's worked so well that they did it again at WrestleMania X7. Arguably, it's even better at that show. They went, we can take it up another level after doing a test run here, and it's become a match type that's been used ever since, and even had a PLE for a number of years in the 2010s as well. So all of that, barring off the success of this one match with, like I said, 3 of the greatest tag teams of all time, and a lot of respect to them. And the fact is as well, I know this note from Slammiversary. I know that the challenge has been put out for Team 3D versus the Hardys for Bound for Glory. Make it Full Metal or Mayhem. Come on, just one more nostalgic time for me, please. Yeah, I mean, come on, this needs a mention in here. You're a tag team wrestling guy. You're going to get this totally.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is definitely coming up on my list as well. Look, just in general, the evolution of ladder matches in general that we've had, Razor versus Shawn, we've had Triple H versus Rock, we've had just in general so many good ladder matches before, and then these guys bringing their own unique thing into a ring. You bring the Hardys in with the ladders, you bring Edge and Christian in with the chairs, you bring the Dudleys in with the tables, you stick them all together, and like this just sets the bar for everything going forward. Like do you know what I mean? They top it with the next one, but this is where it all begins, man, and this is just fantastic.
Truly is. 3, 2, 1.
See, I went with the short version.
Fair enough.
Look, just to add on to this again, look, great match. Tag team wrestling fan here. This was always going to be higher up on my list I was always expecting this to be higher on my list than it ever was yours. One spot difference is just as good, but please do go on about CM Punk and Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, 2013 wasn't a bad SummerSlam, eh? When you mentioned Daniel Bryan versus Cena, and you had this match as well, which I arguably think is even better. Obviously, Paul Heyman, the wise man, or the advocate, whichever he wants to be at this point. He's left CM Punk. He's now turned on Money in the Bank. He's gone with Brock Lesnar. And I don't know, Lesnar was just the beast at this point. He was on his way to becoming the guy that would actually defeat the streak as well and move on to be the main event scene. Punk was someone, obviously, slowly going to be on his way out from the company, but just these two have the psychology, great in ring work, and it felt legit watching these two in the ring. I just had such a fun time with this match, and it just needed to be in my top 10.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, I couldn't get every match on here, and there are some that I've left out. This is ultimately one of them. I understand how good this match is now is, but again, it's my list, and I can't put everything on there. But look, I know how good this match is. I know how important this is for that time period. And again, like you said, the story with Paul Heyman, both being Heyman guys, it's such a good story as well. But yeah, unfortunately not on my list, but I do love it.
Absolutely. Let's move on to number 5. 3, 2, 1. Very good match. AJ Styles, John Cena.
That we've mentioned it before in previous conversations and other videos, that this is the video where AJ Styles really does sort of certify, like the fans know, but I think in WWE's eyes, this certifies AJ as a top guy. And John Cena having a good match at that period as well, like when we're so used to the 5 moves of doom, it's just one of them things. And there's a reason why AJ Styles is phenomenal. There's a reason why The Undertaker wanted him in his last ever match. He is that good. He is a great guy. And this is just like part of AJ's rise to the top, man. And it all culminates around 2016 with John Cena.
Those two have such great chemistry in ring. And like you say, it's a launching point for AJ Styles to go towards the main event and become a champion after beating John Cena. And you know what? This match, Bret Hart versus Mr. Perfect, which you mentioned earlier, did kind of the exact same in 1991. I mean, this is peak Mr. Perfect as well, and the best form of his career. Bret Hart as well transitioned to a singles guy from a tag guy. One of my honorary mentions that I would have loved to have added in this, by the way, Hart Foundation versus Demolition from 1990. 2 out of 3 falls tag matches, phenomenal, but it just didn't make the cut. But Bret Hart versus Mr. Perfect is a technical masterclass. It's pure perfection. Madison Square Garden again has all the feels for it. Bret Hart winning the IC title, launching pad from this point, and not so long later becomes the champion and face of the company. So
Indeed.
this one's just pure genius for me.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I can't add much more to it. It's just one of those matches.
3, 2, 1. Yes, we've both mentioned these matches before, but kick on with Lesnar versus Reigns.
Just one of the most fun matches I've ever watched at SummerSlam. It had me wincing, it had me laughing, it had me in shock, it had me in awe. And again, I'm not a big Brock Lesnar fan, but this is one time where I've turned around and gone, I genuinely love that Brock Lesnar match. And if you can sway my opinion by having a killer match, even you are pulling out all the bells and whistles and you are destroying the ring set, like this was very Attitude Era in the modern day, just on what they were doing. And I think for a lot of older fans like myself, this is such a flat callback to those days where they just basically used to do anything. And like you said, farming equipment in a wrestling ring in 2022, it's something you see on the indies.
Absolutely, yeah. A move over Henry Godwin. We had great stuff from Lesnar and from Reigns. Yeah, truly is worthy of its spot in the top 10.
Yeah.
As is Cena versus Styles. You mentioned it earlier. The catapult for AJ Styles to get to the main event scene. I mean, this guy was somebody who came in from TNA, who you just thought Vince isn't going to push this guy, but he was too good. In fact, he was too phenomenal to be ignored. The matches with John Cena, like I said, was great chemistry. Those two. I mean, Royal Rumble 2017 is probably their best one, but this one here is truly iconic in itself, and it really makes 2016 stand out as a SummerSlam show. So for me, ticks all the bells and whistles, and it gets his place number 4. 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
nice. I
like it.
Daniel Bryan.
Just talk about this. What a big, massive Daniel Bryan fanboy story, and I just think it's great. And more so much I'm adding the story into this one as well as the match quality. Like you said before, Daniel Bryan winning clean over John Cena was such a thing as well. And then, like you said, you had the story onto it. I just think it's just one of the best things they've ever done at SummerSlam. It's great. Please do go on about Bret Hart and Owen Hart.
The family feud, the match that Bret Hart didn't want originally, but couldn't be ignored, going into WrestleMania 10 against his brother Owen. Owen picking up the victory. Bret being King of the Ring in 1993, but Owen being King of the Ring in 1994. But Bret Hart had won his championship back, obviously, at WrestleMania. It meant that we had Bret versus Owen at SummerSlam for the championship. And of course, it was inside, as non-stop wrestling chat Barry would say, in the beautiful blue steel cage. It has the nostalgic feel of that cage. And these two, just technical masterclass. It's family. It's all the family sitting around ringside watching horrors. The brothers wrestle each other. And it's just, I don't know, it's so much drama, so much, will they get out the cage, will they not? And then the wrestling just perfection in the middle as well. It's just, it just almost doesn't get better than this.
This is how brothers should wrestle and put on quality matches. Jay and Jimmy Uso, take note, because this isn't the first time we've said that Bret and Owen have had a killer match. There's been many times before that we said they've had one of the greatest matches ever. I believe the opening match for a WrestleMania is these two, isn't it? Or was it? Yeah. So yeah, do you know what I mean? These two just born to wrestle, and the fact that they put on this killer match at SummerSlam. There's a reason why this is Dave Meltzer's only 5-star match of every SummerSlam he's ever reviewed. Interesting.
Didn't know that detail there, but phenomenal match, and it's worthy its top 3 spot for me. But what will be number 2? 3, 2, 1. Yes, of course.
Yes. Look, just to add on to this quickly, there's not much really I can say. We've talked about it all. It's brother versus brother. It's great. It's a steel cage match. It's again, the only 5-star match Dave Meltzer's ever given for a SummerSlam card. Or so yeah, it says it all. But look, after the other video we did, I really should have guessed that this was going to be on your list.
Yeah, of course, unsanctioned. Shawn Michaels, Triple H. Shawn Michaels missed 4 years and 4.5 years of his career due to a back injury. We thought we would never see Shawn in a ring again. The fact that he got cleared and could return in 2002, and for a moment, just a brief moment, we thought we were getting DX. And then Triple H went and ruined it all, put Shawn out as well. We had the match set for SummerSlam, and it was unsanctioned because at that point, storyline-wise, Shawn was not going to be medically cleared to get back into the ring. It was his choice to do so. And for like half an hour, these two have an absolute barn burn. Obviously, Shawn's in the jeans as well, just to give it the real fight feel about it as well. And like I say, the target that's put on Shawn's back throughout the match, you wince, you really buy into every moment because Shawn can sell like no other. It truly is a special match, but Shawn finds a way to win. And of course, afterwards, he's brutally put down with a sledgehammer from Triple H. And you do genuinely wonder, is this the last we see of Shawn Michaels? Is it a one-night only deal? But of course, thankfully for us, we got about another 8 years after this of Shawn Michaels. But in the moment, the magic hit that night, and these two, obviously, you know how close they are outside in real life, but goodness, what chemistry they have in the ring together. And this unsanctioned match is just it's creme de la creme.
Yeah, for me, I think this is one of these cases that my memory again lets me down, because I can probably sit and watch it and go, yep, I remember this match now. But like off the top of my head, I know this is a good match, but again, without watching it back, and it's been a long time since I've seen it, you can tell again another set of guys that have just great chemistry together, and the heel turn. I remember the whole DX thing as well, like them like thinking when they were going to be back together, because they do it a couple of times, I'm sure, this same sort of stick. And yeah, I know this is a good match, but criminally not on my list because I can't remember it, unfortunately. And I think if we'd have had more time, maybe I could have gone back and watched a lot more SummerSlam matches. This probably would have made it onto my card over, say, for instance, Honky Tonk Man, Ultimate Warrior. But again, this is my list, all right?
Hey, that's what it's all about. And what's going to be number one? Will we share or will we disagree? 3, 2, 1. Yeah, we are. Of course. Wembley.
No, we're biased.
Stadium.
We're biased.
Do you want to go first?
Look, you'd probably be better off going into more details, but I'm just going to tell you this. Look, we're English. We're fanboys. It's in our backyard. It's got one of the best pops you're ever going to see in professional wrestling when you've got 60, 70, 80,000, 100,000, 120,000 people going absolutely for the Bulldog winning the IC title. It ultimately should have been the WWF Championship. I think that's probably the one critique I have about this, is that it should have been for the WWF Championship. But regardless, it's the main event at Wembley. You don't get much bigger than that.
No, it's like, you know, as a newly fan in 1992, a show called SummerSlam came to London, England, at Wembley Stadium. Like you said there, thousands upon thousands. I believe it was in the 80,000s in the end that went to that show. And this was the main event, the hometown boy, British Bulldog, with Lennox Lewis, world champion boxer, coming to ringside with him at the time, going for the IC title, going family versus family. We mentioned how good it is with a Bret Hart match. You might have noticed, by the way, I'm a Bret Hart fan, by the way. 3 of my matches are Bret Hart in this list. And obviously, these two have a fantastic match from start to finish. I love the family emotion as well, with Davey Boy Smith's wife watching at ringside as well. And, you know, just the moment when the Bulldog wins the title as well, and the eruption from the fans. And I just remember as a young child watching this match, and I went, do you know what? This is for me, because from WrestleMania 8, where I first started, I would watch odd shows here and there because I wasn't fully aware of everything that was on and when it was on. But the second I watched this match, I went, I need to know when everything is on, because if anything can be as good as this, I want to be here for it. And this match is just incredible. And for me, I don't know if it ever comes off number one of this list for me.
No, I don't think it would probably ever come off number one, unless, like, for instance, we get another SummerSlam in the UK where the British star, like, you'd have to be like, for example, a Drew McIntyre winning a WWF Championship in the main event. at Wembley Stadium if WWE were to ever hold one. But again, that is if it's ever going to happen again, we do not know. Like, we get shows over here now, but it has to be on the same stage. It has to be at Wembley, in front of a bigger crowd, viewed by millions more people. Like, ideally, if it was a British wrestler like a Pete Dunne, would be fantastic. But I'll take a Drew McIntyre just because that's the mentality of being English. But look, it may like you said, may one day be beaten by something, but it has to be on the same level as Bulldog winning the IC title in the main event night too.
Absolutely. Let's get the results. So the top three then, starting with third place, NXT.
AJ Styles versus John Cena from 2016, the one that cemented AJ as that main event guy, number 3. Number 2, I mean, look, the 2 and 1 are pretty easy. It's Bret Hart versus Owen Hart from 94 in the steel cages on number 2. The only 5-star match that Dave Meltzer's ever given for a SummerSlam, number 2. And obviously number 1, the biasy, Bret Hart versus the Bulldog. So 92, Wembley Stadium. It was never going to be anything else, really, was it?
Let's be honest, if you thought it was going to be something different this video, you're probably going to be disappointed. But hey, if you were here for Bret and Bulldog, then you're going to be celebrating just like we are at the end of that. But certainly 3 worthy top matches, in my opinion, there to be the top 3 there for the great SummerSlam matches ever. But it's your turn to get involved in the comments below right now. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let us know your top 10 best SummerSlam matches in the comments below. We'll see how much we agree or disagree. We look forward to seeing your options. But thank you all for watching. Big thank you to Steve as well for being part of this video. It's great to have you part of this series as well. Just to say, if you've watched till this point of the video, you must have liked it. So come on, hit the like button. Why not? Give us content creators a bit of a good feeling. We see all them likes on the video. Share with a friend as well. Subscribe if you are new here, and keep an eye on the channel as well. And if you want to see more from this series, then want to check out the best SummerSlam events of all time. That's right, we give our best 10 SummerSlams. Check out that video on the side of the screen right now. And we give the watch along here as well for Randy Orton versus Christian. No Holds Barred for 2011 is on the end of your screen as well. Take care, look after yourselves. We'll see you for the next video.